Hello my friends and welcome back to another quick tutorial on my channel. Today I'm going to cover off with how to save money when it comes to the Bosman ruling. So I've got 4 players here, all are on my shortlist, who have their contract expiring on the 30th of June 2023. I'm obviously a few years into my save. I'm using my Wanderer save to do this. So got Mario Balotelli, decent player. We've got Aaron Cresswell, again decent player, not the best but going to be a solid option for us, and Harry Arter, 3 players who I'm targeting to bring in to add experience to my team, but none of them are going to be guaranteed starters. So what we don't want to do is pay Mario Balotelli 52 to 78 grand a week that we don't really have, in all honesty, to create issues, or Aaron Cresswell 22 to 32 grand a week and Harry Arter 26 to 37. Now if we go, that's obviously old scouting reports. I think Balotelli's is April, Cresswell's is also April, and I think Harry Arter's will be April as well. So those scout report fees might not necessarily be up to date now, but if we go in, have a look at Mario Balotelli, not currently interested in negotiations. Aaron Cresswell 28k, so right sort of ballpark, and Harry Arter 26k, so again right sort of ballpark. What we're going to do now is we're going to skip ahead to when their contracts expire, and I will show you a nice little way to completely bring these down so that your wages are going to be much more affordable. But it is a high risk strategy. You might miss out on a few players, which is why I've picked 3 to do it with, and I'll show you through it in detail. So we've skipped ahead to the 1st of July, and we're going to have a look again at what the wages are now. So we've got, I'm just going to remove Matt Smith here, add another couple. So we've added Kyle Walker into here. Bear joins us anyway. Cresswell, Arter and Balotelli were the 3 we looked at. So if we look at Balotelli now, he's now wanting 6k. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say to him, come for a trial, for a week's trial. Cresswell, what are you wanting now? You're wanting 7.5k. The trial thing doesn't always work. However, we're not going to find out his, but we'll again just offer a trial. The trial does not always work, but it does sometimes. And what I'm going to do is we're going to get some offers of these trials. Is there any other interest in Balotelli? There's a lot actually that's maybe going to play against us. Kyle Walker, there's only 1. What kind of wages are you wanting? I'm not going to give you vice captain, so you've got no chance of that, but we're going to offer you a trial. Aaron Cresswell, there's a couple of interested parties, and Harry Arter, a couple of interested parties again. So we're going to bring them in on trial, hopefully, and we'll have a look again at what their contract demands are. So the first one that has came through is Harry Arter has accepted. Walker and Cresswell, actually we're trying to get other deals, but within an hour Cresswell was accepted, so never mind on that. Arter also tried to pressure. So let's have a look now at what he's interested in. Still 7.25k, but that's dropped a little bit. 1 year deal being offered, and we're going to just see how low we can get this. So I'm going to offer straight away 4k, and sometimes they bounce and they'll stay right 7.25k, and you cannot negotiate down. However, bearing in mind he was wanting 27 grand just a few weeks ago. We're now negotiating to reduce 7 grand. What was my previous offer? 7.5, so we're going to offer 7.4. And we're close to finishing off these discussions, so again we're going to go right down here to 4.8. We're very close, so 4.9 we're going to try. Boom. 27 grand a week player, now hopefully being signed for 4.9 grand a week just by waiting another month. And trust me, wanted even more if I was pre-contract talking to him in January. So by waiting, we've now signed an experienced 33-year-old left back who's, you know, maybe I've seen better days, but he's got good natural fitness in this case. And can come in, help us develop young players, and compete in our first team for 4.9k a week when he was originally wanting 30-40 grand a week. Next up's Harry Arter, and I'm genuinely not that fussed for this one in terms of actually getting him, because we've got a decent set of midfielders, particularly for his type of role. I mean, ideally this is the kind of role I'd be playing him in, and this is the kind of role we've got him in initially. You know, he's still good at this role, maybe lacking a bit physically, again good natural fitness, so we didn't get to see what he was looking for this time because he wanted certain things in place. And previously I think it was 27, 28k wanted, 26k, something like that. You'll be able to scroll back, now 6k. Again, let's have a look. What's his personality? Fairly ambitious, which is actually pretty good because a lot of our guys are not ambitious at all. Let's try and negotiate this down. Going to start at 4k again, and we're already under 6k, so we're going to go this is fairly promising, so I can even go lower here at 4.2. Some issues tiring out. Just looking at that, we're going down. Let's try 4.5. Probably have to go at 4.6 here, but nope, 4.5. So this is another player that wanted 25 grand a week that we've now just signed for 4.5k per week. So last up we've got Balotelli, who's a player I quite actually want to sign. I'm not sure what his reputation is these days. Don't know if we can even find that out. So fairly ambitious again, which is good given the way my youth players have came through. It's unambitious. Opposes a manager, that's not easy. Is it possible to see that? Value. So apparently not. Apparently we can't see his profile. But again, we know initially wanted 40-50k. We got him down to 7k before we brought him in on trial. Let's see, 4.6k. I mean, that is insane from a guy that wanted what reports. Scout report, please. 52 to 78 grand a week. I am now, because he's not had an interest, offering him a rotation contract for 4.6k a week, and I've not even negotiated yet. Let's knock this down. I'm going to start at 2k, and I'm expecting a fairly negative reaction to 2k here. Okay, so we've actually messed this one up just a touch. Let's try 4k. You know, we've still gone for 4k because I went too low. So be careful with that. But we've just basically signed a guy who was, you know, League 1 last year, scored 2 goals from 14 games. You know, still getting games in a very strong League 1 team up until last year for 4k a week. He was wanting up to 78 grand. Kyle Walker, we've got nothing on. Reports said, scout reports from April, again 53 to 75k. Now we've waited, we didn't have a look at what he wanted beforehand. Joy's big matches, let's see what we're looking at for him. So playing time back up, recommended, suggesting to offer 2.5k. so let's go with that. We'll offer 1 year extension after 5 games. We'll offer an appearance fee of about 1.4k was what the other lads were wanting, so we'll go with that. Now I'm not the best at negotiating these types of contracts. Now it's suggesting 10k to 13k, so I'm going to go straight in for 11.5, and this suggests 11.5 to 14k. Agent's the one that I always like to go higher on straight away because he's the guy that's going to do the business for you. So suggest offer 4.1k for a guy, again wanted 700k. So we're going to go back down to, what was my previous offer, 14.25, so we'll go to 15k here. We'll go to 20k here, and we'll go to 3.2. Right, so let's leave that and offer 3.3, 15k and 20k. So let's go back down. We'll put you back to 20k and you back to 15. Don't know why I did that bit. done. So here's a guy. So we've now signed 4 players that combined, let's have a look. So Kyle Walker, I'm going to do the math here. Kyle Walker, his report, and we're going to just go off my scout report from April because that's the time when we scouted him. You know, that's only a month to the end of the season. We're going to go with the smallest amount of wages expected. You never ever get them for this, at least in my experience. So 53,000 plus Mario Balotelli. Reports, please, rather than that. 52,000. So plus. I need to go back to transfers for this one. In, please. Aaron Cresswell reports. Scout report 22k. We'll go with just 22k for that. Plus Harry Arter. I'm pretty sure he's over 26k here. He is indeed. So plus 26,500. So minimum wage expense for these 4 players on the 22nd of April when the 4 scout reports came through when I was looking at them, 153,500. Now if we look at our finances, our wage budget is 186,400. We couldn't have afforded that, but we've now got 4 point. So let's have a look at what we've now got them for. 4,900 plus 3,300 plus 4,500 plus 4,000, which I messed up. I could have probably got this down to about 3.5 maybe if I didn't offer solo initially. So that was 100. The number I just said, I've used the same calculator to do the same math, so it's messed up. But 155,000 I think it was, for 16,700 just by letting their contracts expire, taking a gamble. You know, we might still not get them, but this is a gamble that's worthwhile doing. If I get Kyle Walker, I can sell Tavernier, who is on where are you? Tavernier, 5,750. Better player, less wages. If we get Balotelli, we can loan out Federun and Ross McShane. Get a bit of money for loaning them out. Or we can develop a guy that's younger. We get Arter, we can sell Abramovich, who is on 5,025k, so less, but more experienced, not going to develop as well, but this guy hasn't really impressed. Or we can loan him out and see if he's going to develop, which might be a smarter move. And if we get, who was the other boy? Cresswell. We need Cresswell anyway. We lost Marcal, but Marcal was 4.5, 5 grand a week. Not as good as Aaron Cresswell. 4.9k a week, and again, very, very good for his age. And I know these are more experienced players, but this works right the way across the board. I'll show you one other player that I was going to show you previously that we've already signed. Obviously I'm releasing this tutorial after I've done the transfer episode, but we've already signed Lewis Morgan. He was previously at Celtic. He was wanting reports. I can't actually get my scout reports anymore, which is actually a bit frustrating. But he was wanting 30 to 40 grand a week. Before offering him a trial, he wanted 19 grand a week. After offering him a trial, he wanted 7 grand a week, and every time I negotiated, he basically locked it in and went out paying 7 grand a week. 7 grand a week for a player who's cost us free, worth £13 million, 26 years old, experienced in the league, already with a team that's won championships. What more can you ask for? And last season was his best season yet in terms of game time and goals. So we've literally just signed a player of absolute quality for free on 7 grand a week that's proven in our division. Anyway guys, I am going to end this tutorial here. I hope this helps you. I've shown you 4 different examples plus a 5th that I'd already done in the save of this working. I know it's a gamble, you might lose out on a couple of players, which is why it's better to have maybe 3 or 4 targets. For example, Kyle Walker, I had Matt Smith. We lost out on him. He went elsewhere. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I hope to catch you all next time.